everyone, welcome to another episode of Mad Matt's Motoring Mayhem. Just about to hit the road with the little Citroen and head up to Albury, where we're staying the night, myself and Alicia, and tomorrow I'm going to take on the Wodonga racetrack, which I haven't driven around before, but everyone I know that has driven around it reckon it's one of the most brilliant little tracks you can get in Victoria, and suited a lot to small little nuggets like this. So everything is absolutely packed in, more than it ever has been, and time to hit the road and do the 3.5 hour drive to the motel where we're staying, and then we'll get up tomorrow morning and hit the track. Should be good. So it's the morning of the track day, and I'm here 20 something minutes after the gates open, and I'm pretty much the only one here. There's just a couple of the event organisers and that's it, but I'm kind of surprised about that, to be honest. But anyway, I'm going to set up everything here with the gazebo and all the other stuff that I've got to take out of the car, and we'll get ready. So should be interesting. A short while later, I had the very handy portable gazebo set up with my girlfriend Alicia, and everything I bought with us sitting happily under it. And then some other vehicles started to rock up, like this LS powered E46 BMW and an LS powered MX5. And the formidable lineup of cars I'd be running on the track with did not end there. How's this for a lineup? So 370Z, Jag something with an Arts supercharger V8, Blob STI, GR Yaris, LS swapped MX5, Tracklook and MX5, and then there's just my little baguette amongst a sea of other cars that are much quicker. So this is what it's like to bring a spoon to a gunfight, I think. After watching some other cool nuggets getting a few laps of the track done, it was then time to head out for the first session that I'd be running in. Alright, so first session of Wodonga racetrack. Let's see how this goes. So I'm in a group of about 7 cars. I thought they were going to run all cars simultaneously on the track, because there's only like 20 something normal cars here, and then there's a bunch of HyperXs and whatnot. But they're actually going to do them in about 3 or 4 groups of normal cars, so it's only about 7 per session, something like that, which is pretty good. So yeah, we'll see how this goes. Alright, I've got a Jag in front of me and something behind. I've got no idea what it is. We're just getting the go through now. Alright, here we go. Oil still hasn't warmed up fully yet, so I probably shouldn't go too hard on the first lap. Just a tight left hand to this one. Oh god, this thing handles. Oh yeah, this is a really tight track. Wow. Oh my god. God, this thing grips so well. I've put roughly 2 more PSI in the back than I have at the front, just to help it rotate a little bit, and it feels like it's working quite well. I'm not really getting any understeer so far, so this is good. Alright, break this one down into second. Past me because he's clearly got more power than I have. Oh, it's a Nissan Exa. Cool. Alright, that was a minute 12 that one, but obviously that was my first ever lap, so yeah, we'll see how we go. See if I keep up with this Xer. Most likely not. Bit of a limiter bash there. Temps are good. Not more than 83 coolant temp. 95 oil, but that will go up, no doubt. Yeah, the sweepers here are really challenging because they go for ages. Oh my god. Jesus, this is intense. Alright, that was a minute 10, I think. I think the trick to getting the best time at this track are these sweepers, about holding as much speed as you can through them. And so far I'm not really willing to push the limits until I get used to it a bit more. I'm taking off quite a few already. Second gear's not quite long enough for that corner, just limiter bashes. But I don't want to go into third because then it'll slow me down. Basically a second gear track, even for a short ratio car like this, which is kind of surprising. Oh. I think I've got people coming up behind me. Oh, not really. Let's get on the power early here. There we go. Beautiful. Still 1 minute 6 we're on. Yeah, this corner here really is tight. Oh my god. That will bite you hard if you're not careful, that one. Oil temp's already at 120. I think this thing's going to struggle with oil temp today, I'll be honest. If it gets to 125, I'll do a cool down lap, and we're not far off that already. Stuff that one up, should have left that in third earlier. Oh, man, this is a challenging track. Down to a minute 5.8. Hard on the brakes into that one. Oh. Tell you what though, it is really well suited to small cars like this. Alright, oil temps at 125. That's what that beeping is, because I've set the alarm at 125, now at 126. So I think after this lap I'm going to cool it down a bit. Just let it not get ridiculous. Don't want to blow this thing up and have to get a friggin' trailer home. 105.3, so that's good. I'm going to cool it down. Oh man, God, that was intense. It's only 24 degrees outside apparently, but Jesus, it feels like 50 in here. And as the day went on, the weather just got warmer and warmer. I did a few more sessions, but the times didn't really improve no matter how hard I pushed the little baguette. The PB I achieved was actually in the second session of the day with a lap time of 104.38 seconds. Man, it is hard to take significant time off on this track, I'll tell you that. But I can start to feel where I'm losing time. Alright, I'm already at 120 degree oil temps. This is not great, but I'm gonna not give up halfway through this lap. I'll get to the end of this one, probably beat 124 by the end of it, and then I'll cool it down because this feels like a good lap. Oh yeah, it's as quick as I want to go through there. That's about 94 k's an hour. Man, this track is intense. Using absolutely all of the track, but I did a 104.5. Very happy with that. I'm going to cool it down now. 123 my oil temp's got to. So let's just be a bit more gentle with it and just chill for a bit. Oh man. After unsuccessfully attempting to beat this PB because of the aforementioned hot weather conditions, I decided to spectate some LS swap goodness and then pack up and hit the road back home. Alright, and that's a wrap. So yeah, I'm heading home. I could have done a couple more sessions because they ran 2 more after the one I did after lunch, but the car's not getting any quicker, it's just too damn hot. So best I managed was a 104.38, which I'm pretty happy with because that's within about a second of what I was hoping to get out here. So, and it's a bloody hot day, so this thing's not enjoying it as much as it would if it was obviously a reasonable temperature. So yeah, had an absolute blast, but yeah, looking forward to coming back when the temperatures are a little bit lower. So yeah, gonna do the all packed up and gonna do the 3 and a bit hour drive back to Melbourne now, so good times. So finally home. It was actually a shorter drive than I expected, to be honest. We made it in 2 hours and 45 minutes, even with a stop to get a nice coffee. Yeah, it was actually significantly less than 3 hours, so who would have thought? Really, really good weekend. I was astonished with how good this car is, like I always am when I take it on a drive or a track. It performs fantastically. The only thing really, obviously, is the oil temps. That was a concern. It was a hot day, but still, like, it got to 127 degrees, which is a little bit high for my liking. Realistically, I should have put an oil cooler on it, but on this car, it's quite difficult to do that because it doesn't use a typical can-type filter. It uses one of those, the cartridge-type ones, so you've got to get a conversion kit, but then the conversion kit gets in the way of where the factory downpipe is, so you've got to put headers on, and this engine's coming out probably in a couple of months anyway, so why bother, honestly. But it was okay, it just did cool down laps and whatnot. I wouldn't really change much about it, really. That's how happy I am with it. I would like to get a little bit more either camber or caster. This runs basically no negative camber at the front and very, very little positive caster. And it still turns as well as it does, but when you do push it, you can feel it trying to push on a little bit and understeer. So I wouldn't mind getting some caster tops for it. I think that would help quite a bit. But yeah, other than that, honestly, it was flawless. I can't even imagine how good it's going to be with some extra displacement and like an LSD diff or something at the front. It'll be properly good. But yeah, exceeds my expectations like it always does. But yeah, looking forward to the next time. I'm really actually looking forward to taking the Alto on that track because yeah, this car and the Alto I think would work really well with it. It favours small cars for sure because it is quite a sort of small and tight circuit. I think possibly the Volvo would probably be okay for it, but that's about as big as you'd ever want to go. Anything beyond that, it's just out of its comfort zone in terms of size. But yeah, really highly recommend that track if you think you were doing
any track days in Victoria. Keep a lookout for the Wodonga ones that Trackschool Days run. They're really, really good. It was so well organised the whole day. Couldn't have been happy with how it all went. So, but anyway, that's all from me for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Take care.